Hi there. Well, maybe what's called for is some masculine chi here, so let's see what I can do. Here's a journal from 923. How did this one escape me? The Mayan day, I haven't filled it in yet. I'm not going to bother. Okay. This may well be the hardest or most challenging time of this amgodiment, this life. I suppose that a big part of the reason I've kept fairly quiet of late is not to share the awful difficulty of it. It's got to do with time, too, which is strange for, well, that makes it patently unreal. 3D time is not real. Yet it's largely because the hard time has stretched on so long that I feel beaten down so much. It's not like any one day is something so horrible. It's just been the endlessness of it. What can I say? I really don't know. When it gets the very worst, one foot in front of another can be all you can manage for a time. I know my forces will come back together, recharged and re-energized at some point. I've about given up wondering when that time might be. It just is what it is, and looking ahead like that has proved worthless. No good at all. It just makes things harder. So, I'm sticking with now, no matter how tough it is, or rather how tough it may seem. We all have all we need, my friends, now and always. It's impossible to have this not be the case. Divine love would not have it so. We are complete. And yes, I know that it feels at times like anything but whole and complete. I hear you. I remind the self that's just a seeming. Heart knows what is true. Sticking to heart will be what gets me through all of this, if I come through it. It's simply too much for human flesh to bear. Well, human flesh as it has been composed in the past. Right now, that's in process of shifting into what I see as a crystalline state. This will be quite distinctly different, giving us new powers, new abilities, and new stamina that will make the old stuff pale into nothing. Like many of you, I suspect, I work to keep the self from self-criticizing, wondering through what fault of mine things now seem so tough. I don't know, friends. It's a time of extremes for me. I don't feel capable of much beyond just sustaining this self in this dimension while all of the rest of this goes on. Well then, it's enough now, isn't it? How could it not be? Of course it is. And that no matter how things may now seem. We've got to stand in our strength and fall back on the cosmic truth that we know already. I'm not reaching out for anything new just now, just working to maintain where I am. Sacred balance is my goddess right now. I bow at her feet. Trust with me that you too are enough, that you've got what it takes, and then some. Just don't look at or have any faith in how things seem to be. Remember, that's 3D in her collapsing phase you're looking at there. That falls away as the cocoon to allow the new flutterby, which some mistakenly call a butterfly, to take wing in the light, which has a new quality all its own. So, things are tough right now. Let that be okay with you. Let's all find a way to open heart and accept what is, no matter the look and feel of it. Have faith in higher self and in source to see you through. We can make it no matter what comes. We're not these human shells. Do remember that with me, and it will help strengthen us all. For the time being, the body can't sit up for too long, so this will have to be short. I have a couple of longer ones written already, but I can't promise when I'll get them recorded. I don't choose to do that when feeling miserable. It just doesn't make sense to me. We are love, my friends, when you get right down to it, and that, more than anything else, will carry us through. Keep remembering your true identity, your reality as manifestations of divine love. Here, walking Mother Earth in a Mother Earth physical form. We're so one with her, it's quite amazing, though most of us yet don't see this, or very much else besides. Well, that's okay too. Remember, it just is what it is, and we can come through. We're divine. We've done this before. We're magnificent creatures who will one day shine so brightly, so amazingly through these forms even, that they'll seem to have caught fire. They'll be shining so brightly. Who will be able to see this? It doesn't matter, dears. Really, it doesn't. Let's just let that one go. That you know it, that's enough. So be true to you every step of the way, the very best that you can. Keep breaking identity with a flesh form, instead reclaiming your divine nature and identity. It's time for that to come in here and just be what it is, to be what I am. We are that. Well, let's be about remembering then, huh? It's enough. We've no real work to do here, no matter what seems. Let's not forget effortlessness, no matter how distant it may look. I'll put a link in the transcript to a journal on that if it seems kind of strange to you in this one. May prayer surround and sustain our light-being community through the worst of it. When you feel strong, remember to pray for those who are bowed down under the weight, and they'll pray for you likewise. That whispered prayer may be what sustains a fellow light being in form for that now. Blessings and light to you all. Namaste. Okay, I do have a couple of other journals written, and I'm even going to share one of my private communications with the beings in 12D, the ETs that Ken alerted me to. So I'll get that next one up pretty soon as well. God bless us, everyone.